Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening.
Well, hello, and here we are. We're still at Plymouth Pavilions after the Sunday night game. We'll talk about that in a second. Welcome to the podcast, Mr. Paul Nicholson.
Hi, glad to be here again as always. Great feedback on the last one of our VC Dusha, and we've got a treat for you today with Chris Porter Bunton.
We certainly have. He does not disappoint in the slightest. But first, 1 minute to talk about this weekend's Raiders action.
Game on. Let's do this. When's the clock start?
When you're ready.
Now. Okay, so 2 games this weekend with 2 teams who you would, beginning of the season, think they're going to be completely opposite ends of the table. London Lions, first of all, let's tackle that one. Scored 95 points against London Lions. You ain't going to see many teams do that this season. But because of the pure work ethic of guys like DeAndre Liggins in the second and third quarter, really got the game away from Plymouth, and then it was catch up in the fourth. And we couldn't quite get over the line. Give us a couple of more minutes, we probably would have been there. Really physical game, really cutthroat game, and it just wasn't meant to be. But Plymouth showed great heart and strength in that game. And then all of a sudden, we've got the Glasgow Rocks, 2 very, very, very tired teams, and they showed that on the court. Ball wasn't falling. Glasgow needed everything to disrupt. And they got their first win, and Raiders will certainly need to regroup over this, and I'm sure they will, and they'll bounce back stronger than ever.
You finished before the buzzer again. Oh, never mind. It's too good. You're too efficient at this.
It was just sprung on me a lot. I don't like this anymore. Just stop this.
All right, without further ado then, let's bring in Mr. Chris Porter Bunton. This week's episode is sponsored by Ivor Dewdney Pasties, who have been producing one of the city's favourite snacks since they opened around 1935 in King Street. It continues to be a family-run business, now run by Ivor's grandchildren. The company has 9 outlets across the southwest, including shops all over Plymouth, which I visited, as well as Exeter and Newton Abbot. Ivor Dewdneys have been proud sponsors of the Plymouth Raiders for over 10 years, and we welcome them back with us for another season. If you haven't yet tried an Ivor's, why not do so? Head to www.ivordewdney.co.uk to find your nearest branch and get stuck in. Okay, so here we are with guest number 2. It is, of course, Plymouth Raiders' very own Mr. Chris Porter Bunton, MVP of the last game as well. Congratulations on that. How are you doing?
Good, thank you. I'm doing really good. How are you?
Not so bad. With Paul's here as well, of course. My main man, Paul. How you doing?
I'm all good. I'm just looking forward to this. You know, the last episode was pretty good, so you got some living up to do. You know, VC Dusha turn some heads. You know.
Yeah.
I have a question.
That seems like it's a gift from V right there.
I have a question for you to kick things off. How are you finding Plymouth, my man? You enjoying Plymouth?
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. When I first got here, I just went down to the Ho.
Yeah.
To the sea or whatever, like down at the stairs and stuff, relax. Now it done got a little too cold for me, so I just be indoors, and I don't do too much. You know what I'm saying? We still gotta. It's still COVID out there, so
yeah,
don't do too much. But we all chill as a team, so that's pretty cool.
That's good. I saw when you first arrived some of your Instagram stuff, like where you were sat by the rocks, and I was thinking to myself, man, this guy's brave. Like, it's cold out there.
When I first got out here, it wasn't too bad. It was I went on the nice days.
Yeah,
the days that it wasn't raining.
It's a great place to be when the sun's shining, because where you were, there used to be just down the road from it, there was like a little bar where you'd get your drink or whatever. You'd walk down the steps and you'd sit by the water. It was really nice in the summer.
Right.
But like, there's loads of places like that in Plymouth. It's just a shame because of COVID and everything. You guys can't really explore as much as you'd like to.
Right. Yeah. Which is it's a bad thing, but it's also it's for the best. It's for the best.
Yeah, exactly that. You guys can focus on basketball as well, and really start bonding as a team, and I think that shows on the court. That's for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Should we go back to the beginning then, chaps?
Yeah, let's rewind it back to the beginning. Where are you from? Let's start right from the bare
I want to
bones.
see how accurate it is where I've been looking. I've been looking on Real GM, and go on. Where were you born?
Okay, where I was born in Hopkinsville, Kentucky.
Okay,
But I grew up in Bowling Green, Kentucky. That's where I grew up.
that's what it says.
Yeah.
So what's it like? What's Bowling Green? Describe Bowling Green, Kentucky for us.
Bowling Green, it's an up and rising city. It's like the third biggest city in Kentucky.
Okay.
And it's located where Western Kentucky University is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They're in the Conference USA. They have pretty good programs, like good athletics, good academics as well. And they bring a lot of noise to the city as well. And in Kentucky, in Bowling Green, sports is really big too. I think we have like 5 or 6 high schools.
Okay.
And we're starting to get like a lot more recruiting, a lot more exposure and all that.
So is Kentucky as crazy as I've seen in some of these documentaries? So I watched something on Amazon the other day, and the Kentucky fans are crazy.
Yeah.
Is it like that?
That's true. Kentucky. So in Kentucky, the 2 big schools really is Louisville and University of Louisville and University of Kentucky. So you got the U of L fans and you got the BBN fans, which is Kentucky. And I'm originally a Louisville fan.
Huh.
Until I got to college myself. I went to Austin Peay, so I was like, yeah, I'm playing for Austin Peay now, so I'm an Austin Peay fan. So
Man, where's your loyalty? So
I still root for them every now and then. Louisville, of course, when they play Kentucky.
yeah, big, right? I've just seen it on TV and stuff like that. It looks really fun.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy down there, and especially for basketball. Kentucky's a basketball state.
Yeah.
In America, in the States, most states have like 1 AA, AAA, 4A, like to separate the classes, like the schools. Some like the bigger schools and the smaller schools. But in Kentucky for basketball, there's only 1 state title, and that like it's the only state that does 1 state title.
Wow.
Okay.
So it's pretty good. That's pretty amazing. They used to have state at Freedom Hall, which was at Louisville, but now recently, in most years, it's been at Rupp Arena, which is Kentucky's arena.
Okay. So pre-basketball then, what was Chris Porter Bunton doing pre-basketball?
It's kind of hard. Pre-basketball, I was probably a baby.
Okay, but what was the first sport that you played?
The first sport would probably be baseball.
Yeah.
I played T-ball.
T-ball, yeah. So
Yeah.
who was your coach at T-ball?
My mom.
Good stuff.
Yeah, my mom.
So am I right in saying T-ball is like baseball, but you don't throw the ball, you hit it off a...
It's off a stick.
You hit it off. Okay, so you have every position. You have the catcher and everything.
Yeah.
And like the more advanced kids, like there would be the coach or whatever would underhand it to you if you could hit it. But after like a certain number of tries, you just get the tee and you just sit the ball in the tee and you hit it off the tee.
Smack it off the tee.
It sounds like lazy baseball. I love it.
Oh, yeah. I play that.
It's very amusing. It's amusing to watch little kids play baseball because they'll try to pick it up and, of course they'll try to throw it and everything. And like the other kid he won't be able to catch it or end up going off his hand or whatever.
Which one was you?
Yeah, which one were you? Yeah.
I feel like I was pretty good at it. I feel like I was a little more advanced and like I would try to do the right things and like my teammates couldn't really do it, I was one of those that get a little upset as a kid, always been a competitor.
Is this high school? Is this high school age or is this before high school?
Oh, this is like when you're like 5 or 6. Like this is
Okay.
toddler.
Yeah.
Yeah, in high school, I hope you're not hitting off on a tee. It's, yeah.
Hey, I would do that now. That sounds like a fun game. If I can get someone else to run for me as well, that's perfect.
You're painting the picture.
Bunting, that's bunting. You gotta be brave to bunt. That ball coming fast, and you just right there with it.
So then obviously you go to high school, and was it straight into basketball, or was there other sports as well?
Okay, so growing up, I played baseball, football, and basketball.
Okay.
And then when I got to high school, I just played football and baseball. And then my senior year of high school, I ran track.
Okay.
So no basketball?
No, I still play football and basketball.
Sorry.
I'm just saying I added track my senior year.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're saying, I got the T-ball information from your mum, and that's what I said about the coach. He's giving me a bit more information about what things you got up to when you were younger. So,
he looks nervous. He looks nervous.
I know. I don't know what to expect now.
So she said to me, like, a real big thing for you, you're quite adventurous. You used to go out hiding in trees and stuff like this, and they could never find you. She said to me about that. So,
oh, my goodness.
Does that ring a bell?
He wasn't supposed to. That's supposed to be a family secret.
Oh, she obviously she's welcoming you into the family right there.
I know. We are Plymouth Raiders. We're family now. I guess we're all family.
Hey, look, that's all I know. I don't know what you did wrong. If you did anything wrong, all I know is you went and hid in the trees. So,
all right. So I'll tell you the story. So, we were at church in Auburn, Kentucky, which is like 20 minutes up the road from Bowling Green. It was sometime after church. So I have an older brother, and like he was messing with me or whatever. Like he was picking on me and stuff like that, and I got mad. So I just like climbed up this big tree that was like on the side of the church, and like I went up there. I went to like the very top, and then I could hear people like screaming my name or whatever, like looking for me. And I was just like, forget it, because like I was still mad. And then I was still mad. And so my mom was like calling everybody. She was like losing her mind. And then I finally just came down, and she was like, what are you doing? Like, what was you doing? Blah, 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 blah. And then she just decided to whoop me in front of everybody.
Wow. How long were you up there for?
I was up there for like a good 30, 45 minutes while they were looking for me.
And you're watching them run around trying to find you.
I love that.
Yeah.
So, as you can imagine, as the interview goes on, there might be a few more little inside snippets, which...
that's bad.
Did your mom always keep you in check?
Yeah, she tried. She tried. I'm not gonna lie. I was a little rebel growing up. I consider myself. I wouldn't say bad. Just just adventurous, like my mom said, adventurous.
Adventurous. I think that's it. That's a good word for it, right? That's the. So, you played obviously a lot of sports, and they say it's good for kids to play multi-sports. What made the decision to really focus on basketball?
I really didn't focus on basketball like really hard until honestly like my sophomore year in college.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, like actually like working at like the extra time, like actually grind like really hard. Because out of high school I was considering playing football in college.
Really?
I had an offer from Navy, the Naval Academy, and I had a couple offers from OVC schools that are the same schools that I played for basketball in college. And but eventually I chose basketball over football because like it was like the same level, and I just love basketball more. But I feel like and people pretty much tell me like I was a little better in football, like just naturally better. But I was told, and like I felt it, like you have to really love a sport to keep playing it throughout the years, and especially in college as well, considering like school and plus the workouts along with that.
That's a physical game, though. That's rough and tough, and
yeah, and
hard hits.
And being in college and seeing the football players what they went through, I'm like, yeah, I made the right decision. I made the right decision because it seems like they don't have an off season really. They have their off seasons like a little bit in summer because they have winter program and spring program. As long as in the fall, that's when their season is.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
my offer from Navy, I almost went there. My uncle Carl, he's in the Naval Academy. He was stationed in Japan for a couple of years, and he's finally stationed back in Virginia, and he really wanted me to go to the Navy Academy, but you have to be a special person to do that. You have to be a special person, and plus after you go to school, you have to serve as well. So I was like, no, I think I'm gonna stick to Call of Duty.
Yeah,
I'm gonna stick to Call of Duty.
I know Pablo wants to talk to you a little bit about college life, but just before we get into college life, the decision to go from high school to college, right? It's huge. I think we underestimate it here in the UK because you're a family guy. We can tell that just from how your mum reacts to like posts and games and stuff like this. Like you're a real family guy, and that's nice. So that decision to go to college, was that difficult to be apart from your family, like and make that choice?
Yeah, it was. It's actually why I considered going to Austin Peay because like it was only like an hour down the road. Like I was in a different state, but it was only an hour down the road, so it wasn't too bad.
Okay.
Because my mom and my dad and my little brother came to all the home games that they could.
Oh wow,
and,
that's cool.
And so that was lovely. So even though I was away from home, I still felt their love and support.
But did you still get the full college experience? I know that's what Pablo wants to find out about.
Well, I do.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's why I didn't want to be too close to home.
No, just far enough. Yeah.
But far enough, you know what I'm saying? So I felt like I got the full college experience, and it was fun. It was a great time.
But just before we talk about the college, in high school, do you seek out these sports? Do you seek out? You want to play baseball? You want to play football? You want to play basketball? Or is it just that there's such a variety of options? You can just do it.
Honestly, it's just like it is a variety of options. Like if you're good enough, you'll be able to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like the opportunities are there if you want to take advantage of it. So like my senior year, I took advantage of adding track along with playing football and basketball. And I also was on the roster for baseball, but baseball and track, they interfered with each other.
You did quite well at track, right?
So, what'd you say?
You did quite well at track.
My first year, me, Rondell Green, which he went to Indiana State, and then Demetrius Moore, he went to Spalding University, and then Damani Walker, he was 2 years younger than us, and he went off to college to play football as well. And we won the 4x1 and 4x2 relay in state.
Wow.
Yeah, and we could have went to nationals, but I had Kentucky All-Stars. So I had to choose between nationals and Kentucky All-Stars, and we're from Kentucky, so Kentucky All-Star game versus Indiana. Versus Indiana that's pretty a huge game, so I chose to do that.
So go from high school to college. We see movies, we see the odd documentary. Do you get loads of mail through? Is it all scholarship offers or is it semi-scholarship?
So how that like the recruiting works. they like the schools from everywhere, even like the big Power Five schools. They just send like newsletters and stuff like that, just talking about the program and stuff like that. And then you get letters like for official offers. But before you get those letters, of course, like the coaching and the coaching staff, they'll talk to you and all that, and they'll tell you you'll get an offer before they send you a letter, an actual letter and stuff like that.
And do they do you go there? Do you have a tour of it, and they sell you the university to you?
So there's like a rule. So for my recruiting, so like I told you, I was going to play football. So with my recruiting, I went to visit schools for football. And like you can only visit a certain amount of schools. Like that's a rule.
Oh, right.
So basically, you'll stay for like a weekend. Like you'll like go to, it's called like a junior day, where like it's like it's like a game day. You'll go there for pregame. You'll basically do what they do, but you're just watching like for the whole day.
Right.
And then you'll watch the game. You're on the sideline watching the game. Well, then you go to practice before, then you watch the game, and then after the game you meet up. You'll have a couple players that are like they like watch over you. You know what I'm saying? And then you just go. You're like one of the fellas, like you're one of the boys for the night, and they just treat you to a good time.
Well, that's the other question. I mean, do they sell the kind of nightlife and the student life as much as the sport?
Hey, don't forget, your mum is listening.
I know, and my girlfriend is too. So yeah, they just try to because I've been on both sides. So they just try to give you a good time, just show you like how the college life is, how campus is. They just show you a couple spots like where like you can hang out and stuff like that. Just enjoy like with a crowd of people, like good people, you know what I'm saying? Just have a good time basically.
And were you in dorms?
So my college, freshman year you have to stay in the dorm. And then after freshman year and you do well, like you don't have any academic problems or anything like that, you move off campus to your own apartment. Nice. Yeah.
Very nice. And I mean, you obviously you train quite a lot. You'll be is it daily? Right. Do you train every day?
Basically, yeah. Preseason training is where the grind really is happening. Like so preseason will go like 6:30 a.m. conditioning, and then after conditioning, you'll have like 8:30 weights, and then after weights, you'll have class, and then you'll have individual workouts like with your position, and then you'll have a team workout.
Wow. And then you'll study as well.
Yeah, and you still have classes in between, and after that last workout, you'll have study hall.
And then you have the crazy parties, yeah?
Hey, something like
I'm
that.
trying to get him in trouble.
Something like that.
See, I know that Chris Bunton is well behaved. He's a guy that sits in and watches films, right? You like your films?
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. Got to. And got to watch film by yourself as well.
Maybe tell me just quickly, because I want to see how you get on with this. What's your 2 favorite movies of all time? I've got an answer written down.
I already. My mom. You've talked to my mom. I already know. Yeah. So my 2 favorite movies is probably Titanic and Space Jam.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, Titanic.
Wow.
How many times have you watched Titanic?
I couldn't even tell you. I don't even know why I like the movie so much, but we used to have it on VCR. And you know, Titanic's a long movie, so on VCR it was 2 tapes. So like you'll finish 2 hours of the movie, and you pop that tape out, and then pop in another tape for another 2 hours. So
I can honestly say, right, hand on heart, I've never watched it.
Right?
Really?
And yeah, really, I know.
It is a good movie. It is a good movie.
I
It's a
get
good
it.
movie.
They're on a boat. They hit an iceberg.
Yeah, don't give away the ending.
Right? Yeah. I know. What do I need to see?
It's good.
It had you have some history in it. You have little adventure. You know what I'm saying. You have the romance part. You know what I'm saying.
And then
you have like it's like delightful. Like it's a lot of drama going on that boat too.
There's a big question before you move on to Space Jam. Did you cry?
Ooh. You can't ask a man that.
Can't remember. I can't remember
on that question.
I saw it. I saw it at the cinema, and I went with some guys who play rugby, 6'5" rugby players, and they were crying their eyes out.
What is wrong with you guys?
Like I said, you need to watch the movie if you haven't watched it. You'll understand.
So
you'll understand.
Moving on to Space Jam quickly on that. So that's an all-time favorite film of yours. I get that. Basketball player Michael Jordan. Yeah, get it. Yeah, that's fine. What do you think about this new one coming out?
I'm excited because LeBron James, he's my all-time favorite basketball player. And I'm excited but nervous at the same time because I don't want him to like
ruin it,
mess up Space Jam, you know?
Yeah.
But I'm excited, and he just came out with something. He was like, it's not a sequel to the first Space Jam. It's its own
new legacy or something.
New legacy. It's Space Jam: The New Legacy. And like he said, it's about him and his son. He's trying to force his son to play basketball because that's how he grew up and stuff like that. And they ended up facing some the Monstars or whatever, something like that.
Have you heard about the concept? Do you know what I'm not sure how it works, but they basically have access to the whole Warner Brothers movie catalogue. So 1 minute they're in the Matrix movie, like the next minute they're in something else. They jump from like movie to movie. Apparently, it sounds quite
really
cool. Yeah, it sounds really cool.
Okay,
that sounds cool.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. I can't wait.
You need to. I'll see if I can get a copy of it for you. I don't know because we may not have it online anymore. So Danny McGee, obviously Coach McGee. He loves a good scouting report, and he's very good at it, and they're very detailed. Ask him about his scouting report we made him do on the Monstars.
No way!
Oh, really? Y'all made him do one on there?
So whilst first lockdown was going on, we had Danny McGee on as a guest, and it was me and Phil and Ben Fox who are hosting the show. And we asked Danny McGee to do a full scouting report on the Monstars.
That's crazy.
And he took it really seriously.
He took it seriously, yeah.
Because that's just him. That's just how he works. And just ask him about that because I don't know if it's still online. I'll see if I can dig it up and send it to you, but it's priceless.
I'm pretty sure he has it in his computer. On the road, Danny's going through all scouts. Danny does scouts for on other teams we don't even play.
Really?
So, yeah. Because Ash is on the GB team, and we're on the road on the way to Sherry. Because on the way to Worcester.
Yeah.
Because Ash missed that one game.
Yeah.
Because he was with the GB, and on the way up there, Danny was going through the scout for the against France.
Nice.
And I was like, who's this? He was like, oh, this is just France. You ain't got to worry about it. And I was like, oh wow.
Yeah, that was a tough game for those guys as well. Very tough.
Yeah. They finished strong though. I must say
they came back. They came back well. They were like three of those guys were the world championship team, weren't they?
Yeah,
at least maybe four.
That's a very elite France team right there.
Yeah, very much so. So moving off from Titanic, Space Jam, and college. So you made a decision at some point that you were going to go pro. Like, how did that decision come about? Was it something you just decided, right, I'm going to make this leap of faith to do it? Or did an opportunity fall in your lap? Or how did that work for you?
It wasn't until I think I made the decision like I was really going to pursue trying to go pro my junior year. Like the summer, no, the summer going into my senior year of college, because I made a leap from my sophomore to junior year. I made a leap with the team, like playing more, like contributing more. You know what I'm saying? And really getting looks from like other people and stuff like that. And it wasn't until like midway through my senior year, like I was getting a lot of calls, a lot of messages from agents and stuff like that.
Okay.
And like actually, and of course I didn't talk to them or anything like that. Cause you know, that's a rule as well.
You're not allowed, I suppose. Yeah.
Can't do that.
You're not allowed. And, but they're allowed to like say like who they are and like give their information, stuff like that. And then, actually getting called, like, well, not calls, like actually having like pro scouts, like NBA scouts as well, like saying like they're watching you like at the games and stuff like that. Because you know, in college, you're playing guys that are getting those scout looks from NBA players. Like for example, my junior senior year, I played against Ja Morant.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so playing those games against him, he has scouts looking at him. So
yeah,
like all I got to do is just do what I like, play well. You know what I'm saying, in front of those guys and stuff like that, and they'll end up looking at you as well. You just got to take advantage of the opportunities you get.
How did you get on against him? Because he's tough.
He got the best of us, but we played him really well, and I think at our house, they won by 2. We could have forced overtime, but they said the ball didn't go in the net soon enough. And then I think I dropped 18 or 19, something like that, against them. Played very well.
Good stuff, man.
Yeah,
that's what you want, though, isn't it? When you're a young player, you just want someone to be watching you and just get that opportunity. You know,
right.
You made that decision to go pro. And am I right in saying you went to Romania?
Yes, I went to Romania. I played for CSM Galati.
Phoenix, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's not. I think they were Phoenix Galati, but now it's like CSM. It's basically the same club.
Yeah.
Though.
Yeah.
Was
that difficult? Was that like going somewhere where you don't speak the language and?
Yeah, that was a life-changing experience, really. Like, because like you said, they speak a whole different language. But like, luckily, the Romanian players that were on my team, they spoke a little English. Some of them spoke more. They were better at English, but then there were some that barely spoke any at all. And like my general manager, he didn't speak any at all. So that was kind of yeah. He didn't speak any at all. For
what about
real.
the coach? Did the coach?
The coach did. He was Eugene, Coach Eugene. He was a good coach. He helped me a lot because that was my rookie year. I had a lot to learn, like being a pro athlete, and how the business part of it, and then also the basketball part of it, like the transition from college to pro. Like, and in Romania, the Romanian league, it's a good competitive league, and the big difference from Romania and the UK is Romanian. It's a lot more physical. Like,
really,
regarding in like the refs calling fouls and stuff like that. It's a lot more brutal.
Well, more physical than you being ran over by Darius Defoe?
Oh, mate. Have you recovered from that?
I'm still feeling that to this day. That was a hit right there. And
he put a little bit of mustard on it, didn't he?
Yeah. I even told the ref, what was I supposed to do? Like, I didn't know what to do.
I've watched Darius for years because when I was like 14, 15, he was playing in like events up in London and stuff. And he's just been this big physical guy. And you know, like, as soon as I saw that happen, I was just like, oof, that's not good. That's
Yeah. That. I mean, if that was to happen again, I'll stand right in front of him again. That's just how I am. But that's a big guy right there. He should be playing American football. Honestly, that's the sport he needs to be playing. I'm gonna hit him up and be like, "Hey, have you heard about football?"
He's a veteran in this league. He's been around way too long to worry about going anywhere else and doing anything else. That's for sure. So, what about the food in Romania? Because I've heard stories of players going overseas and like eating literally just candy and drinking Coca-Cola because they didn't have a clue about the food. Like, how was that for you?
That pretty much sums it up right there.
Really?
It's very different. Like their traditional foods, it's very different. When I first got there, they had me like we were provided lunch and dinner, and the first couple of times take a couple bites. No, like it was really like I'm not gonna say it's bad because of course it's not my type of food. I'm gonna just say it's different.
I've just looked up what it is.
I don't think they're listening.
It's Samal. It says it's grilled cabbage wrapped in pork.
Yeah, that's exactly what they be eating, and that's just nah.
It doesn't look too appealing, if I'm honest.
It isn't. But the one food that I did find for dinner is called schnitzel. Schnitzel poi, which is basically just chicken, like fried chicken.
And in breadcrumbs. That's a Swiss
breadcrumb,
thing.
yeah. Breaded chicken with
so
potato.
That's not really trying something new, is it? That's just changing the name of
it. Well, that's
it's
what
more
they
European.
call it. So I'm gonna say that's the one Romanian food that I eat. And then of course they had a McDonald's. And this is the thing. This is what I will say. McDonald's overseas is different from McDonald's in America.
Oh yeah.
Like fast food over here, they treat it like 5-star restaurants. Like
you've only got to watch Pulp Fiction to know that. A Royale with cheese.
Like in America, fast food is literally how it's called, fast food. Like they're back here just throwing stuff together. You know, they don't care nothing.
Chuck it in a bag, yeah.
Yeah, like overseas, like the display, like the picture matches the food. Actually, you know, the picture matches the food. It actually looks like that. It looks good. Okay, we can do
that. Just talking about life in Plymouth then at the moment. How are you settling in with your teammates and everything? Is there anybody particularly that you hang out with more?
Probably Will. I hang out a lot with Will. We chill. We watch other games to get like other teams play other games and stuff like that.
Titanic, yeah.
Nah, we haven't watched Titanic.
You know, if you hang out with Will, you get a weekly doucher like free. It's like a buy one get one free.
Yeah, that is true. V comes around as well.
Is he? People say Will Neighbours like the best glue guy there is.
Yeah, Will's a good guy. Will knows how to keep his head. Well, I wouldn't say that against Worcester. He got on tech, which was funny. that was a funny moment because I never seen Will like bust like lose control like that a little bit, but yeah, Will's like that glue guy. He's been around. He's a vet. He knows what's going on, stuff like that. And he also he knew one of my opponents in college, Jason Burnell.
Oh, cool.
I think they went to the same private school or something like that together in America. And that was pretty cool. And I was just on a FaceTime call with Jason not too long ago, and I was with Will, and they ended up talking and stuff as well.
Is there anyone else around the league that you've crossed paths with in college or high school or anything?
Well, no, but for London Lions, Chris Tawa, we were actually teammates in Romania last year.
Ah, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you know what? I remember seeing that now. Yeah, that. And he said, well, actually, by the time the podcast comes out, you would have played them already. So,
oh yeah,
we'll apologize now to him.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, right. So, I've done some research, as you know, and we think we'll finish the show off in style. So, I've got 10 questions, possibly 9, because one, I don't want to embarrass you too much, right? And I got the 10 questions for you, and I've asked your mum the same 10 questions.
Okay.
So I just want to see how close you guys really are, you know. I just want to see if she thinks she knows you like she does.
Now you putting the pressure on me.
Hey, that's fine. So it's simple question. Like, question number 1: who's your favorite NBA player?
LeBron James.
See, she's gone with Kobe Bryant on that one.
Oh, she said Kobe?
Yeah, she thinks your favorite is Kobe. Oh,
I mean, that's not a bad choice, though. I
was going to say, yeah.
Younger, he was.
Right.
He was younger. Okay.
Okay. That's fine. So, who was your childhood hero?
I don't know. I say her and my brother, honestly.
That's nice, because she said Michael Jordan in the movie Space Jam.
Yeah, but I think I've told her that before, honestly. But whenever somebody else asks me that question, I always say my mom and brother.
That's nice. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a nice touch, though. I like that.
Yeah.
But if you weren't in basketball, if you weren't playing basketball, what would you be doing?
I'll be coaching.
Correct. There you go. You got one there. And then I asked, what's the best meal that you can cook?
Breakfast.
Waffles?
Yes. Waffles, eggs, and bacon.
Good stuff.
Right. So, one luxury item that you can't live without. And I don't know what this item is, by the way. There's a clue for you. I have no idea what this is.
Oh my goodness. One luxury item.
You might have to explain it to me when I tell you the answer.
I really... See, you made this harder than what it is because you told me my mom done told you the answers. And I don't want to make her look bad. I don't want to feel bad like she don't know her son or something like that.
No, she knows this is all fun. We had a good chat, to be fair. We had a very good conversation. But she said the doggone game.
Oh.
Eddie brought it with him from Kentucky. So do we have any details on what the doggone game is?
Let me see if can I flip this camera?
Oh, you actually have it?
My PS4.
That's what. Right. Okay.
Is that that's a well-traveled PS4? Is it?
Yeah,
and
I've been trying to find the PS5 over here. Can't find it, and then I have her. We was actually just texting before getting on this video call about her trying to find me the PS5 as well.
Oh wow! What's your go-to game on the PS4?
Call of Duty Warzone.
He's got it ready.
There we go.
Yeah, Rick. I was on it before the call, about to get on it after the call.
So, next question was your greatest basketball moment.
What's she gonna say? Well, I'm gonna say 2016 when we won. When we won our OVC title, and we ended up playing Kansas first round in the March Madness.
Wow,
which is like the biggest tournament in college, like in America, basically.
Yeah. Okay. That was the exact answer that I got as well.
Okay.
What's that like playing in the tournament?
That's a different experience. That's an experience. That's like once in a lifetime experience. Honestly, like we had a practice, and like we had open practice, and the gym was filled like it was a game.
Wow.
And we're walking out of practice, kids, parents, everybody just asking for your autograph and stuff like that. Want to take pictures, like it had you feeling like a rock star. Honestly.
There's so much hype around it. There's so much. It looks incredible. I want to go one year just to see one game.
Yeah, and like going to a Final Four game. That's what you need to do if you're going to go to a Final Four game.
It looks insane.
That was nice, but yeah, trying to get the time off to get over there. So, what do you think your greatest strength is? That's a tough question. But she didn't hesitate on this one at all.
Oh.
There was no hesitation.
No pressure.
It wasn't. Oh, I guess. What is my mom seeing me? I don't know. I guess being able to like communicate with people, like
you're close. You're on the right track. So your ability to get on with everybody.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That's a good one to have.
See, Mama knows best. Mom's been there from day one. You know, she sees what's going on. She sees from the outside in.
So then I asked her, if you could be a superhero, what superpower would you have?
This is great.
I don't know what she would say.
She was actually. Do you know what? I really like her answer, and I think you will. But I'm just curious of what your answer is. If you were a superhero, what would your superpower be?
Being invisible.
I'm not going to ask you what you would do if you were invisible. We're not going there. We're not going there. But she actually just told me that you're about to be a daddy of a baby girl.
Yeah.
And
congratulations.
Thank you.
The ability to see her every day for the rest of your life.
Oh.
Yeah. So here, my girlfriend, before I went overseas, she gave me this, we picked out this stuffed animal, and it has our baby girl's heartbeat.
Wow.
Oh,
yeah.
My
so, and I sleep with her every night.
That's amazing. I love that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Awesome.
Okay.
Because I want to be the best father that I can be to her. Because, like, you know, growing up, it was just me, my mom, and my brother. Like, I really don't know my biological father at all, honestly. I've only seen him, like, 2 or 3 times in my whole life.
Really?
And he wasn't there at all. But then, my mom, though, she remarried. She found the right man for her and for our family as well. She remarried when I was a freshman in high school, and he ended up adopting me. That's why I have 2 last names, Porter Bunton. And he's been a great father to me. So I know how not to be a father and how to be a father. So that's one of my biggest things, is to always try to be there for my daughter and try to give her everything she needs and wants, and just be there for her.
Good man.
That's much respect for that. Like, that's beautiful, man. So it must be difficult then. I take it. I don't want to get you too emotional or anything like that, but it must be difficult being away.
Yeah. Me and my girlfriend, we're pretty much on FaceTime every time I'm not at practice or anything like that.
Yeah.
And then it's actually getting close to the time for her to have her and stuff like that. So, but I'll be able to, after these games coming up, I'll be able to go home for a week or two to spend time with them and be around them.
Okay.
So that'll be big, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. Have you got some baby names yet?
Oh yeah, her name would be Elena. Elena Lynette Porter Bunton, and Lynette's actually my mom's middle name as well.
Ah, wicked.
So why Elena? Has Elena got any? Is there any reference with that, or?
I mean, it's close to my girlfriend's mom's name as well.
Nice.
Her mom's name is Elaine, so so it's kind of close and similar, and it's just a name that we liked. We were going through hundreds of names, and that was just one of the names we agreed on. So, yeah.
I love that. I had a couple more questions, but I'm finishing on that one because that was nice. That was a nice, genuine moment, and I love that. I love the teddy that you had there with the heartbeat. That's amazing.
Yeah,
I didn't even know
awesome.
you could do that.
Yeah, that's it. Really gets me through from being away from them. Honestly, like it's just it's like a little thing, but it means a lot.
Yeah, I bet. Wow. So with that in mind, and you're looking forward to the season ahead now. If we're looking in front, you're excited. You're feeling comfortable and confident with the team around you, and you're ready to go.
Yeah, like with each day, like we're getting more comfortable with each other. I'm getting more comfortable with myself playing, like learning my role for the team and everything like that. And we just got a couple more pieces. We got Drew. Hopefully, he's coming back pretty soon. Yeah. And we can just get this thing and just keep rolling and keep getting W's.
Have you? So obviously, you've seen Drew around training, and for everyone else who's listening, Andrew Lawrence. Have you watched him play before?
I haven't watched him play before, but after coming over here and learning who he was, I looked at film and stuff like that. I mean, I looked him up and stuff, and yeah, he's a really good player. He's a true PG. He's a general on the court. And before he got hurt, we practiced a couple times before he got hurt because he got hurt in practice. I can tell, like, he made me more comfortable on the court. He's talked like he's a vocal guy. Yeah, he's one of those vocal leaders. Like, he's vocal in how am I trying to say this? Like, he shows it as well. Yeah.
I know he does. I know exactly what you mean. He's the first thing when I saw him in practice, I was took back because actually I knew he was good. Mm-hmm. But it was how basketball smart that he is, and how much leader
basketball IQ is crazy. It's crazy good.
Yeah,
because even he's still a vocal leader. He's still a leader as he's on the sidelines. Because in practice he's talking, in the games he's talking, every time out he's talking, like good or bad. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, as a teammate, you got to be able to take the good and the ugly, and he gives you both, and he's straight up with you.
Yeah, be good to get him in a Raiders jersey because when he came here with the Royals, he destroyed us. Absolutely destroyed us.
Yeah, I don't like talking about that.
No. I'm gonna look away.
But you yourself, you're killing it at the moment. Last game you're just improving every game. Obviously, it's an adjustment coming into a new league, and like you said, the refereeing's different, just from coming from across from Romania. But I still feel like we got the best to come. I mean, that last game, you really put your body on the line, and we were really impressed with that. Just holding your arm, like you just got spattered, like we said, by Darius Defoe. Yeah. Has it always been grit and grind for you? Have you always been like that?
Honestly, that's just how I've been taught. Like, to always play as hard as you can. Like, put your body on the line. Don't be scared of anything. Like. Somebody has to do the dirty work. Why not you? You know what I'm saying? Like just do whatever the team needs. Like, if I need to score that night, I'll score. If I need to play defense, I'm always going to play defense regardless. But if I need to guard somebody, I'll guard them. If I need to do this, I'll do it. If I need to rebound, I'll rebound. You know, like whatever the team. I'm always the team guy. Like I've never been like a selfish individual, like just looking to get theirs. You know, like because I feel like I can score whenever I want to at any time, honestly. But I'm gonna do what's best for that situation. You know, like. That's just how I've always grown up. That's how I believe the game should be played. And that's why LeBron James is my favorite player. Because he always makes the right basketball play.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
Absolutely. Well, you are definitely go on, sorry.
I was going to say, just a quick one for the fans. Do you have an understanding of, obviously, the teams that we play? Do you know yet who the team that the fans love to beat is? Who is do you know who the fans' rival is? Have you learned that yet?
Oh, it was Newcastle, wasn't it? It's Newcastle.
So, historically, yes, there's been some big Newcastle rivalries because we beat them in the BBL Trophy many years ago. So, there became a rivalry there. But obviously, Bristol.
Bristol is another rivalry. Right.
Yeah,
the Southwest Derby. Yeah.
Like, probably more for guys that have been around Plymouth for a long time because you play against them at every level. You know, they're a big physical team.
Yeah, I do remember they was talking about you guys were talking about that's our rival or whatever, and then that's what I hear around the league is that Bristol is just like a pound, like they're just gonna try to out physical you, like just beat you up, and that's how they grind out and win games.
It's strange having these rival games and actually having no fans in the arena.
Like, I know. After the game, I was talking to a couple teammates. Like I was like, "Dang, just think how loud this place would have been rocking. Like if they were fans here." And like I was telling them, like I feel like we would have held that 10-point lead or even built it even higher. You know what I'm saying? Like it's different. It's real different.
Well, hopefully we can get the fans in, you'll see it, yeah. Because a lot of the players that come over from the States say it's the closest thing to playing in college, like the packed college arena.
Right.
So it'd be fun to see it when it's full again.
And I've seen the pavilion online, like doing my research and stuff like that. It gets pretty packed in there. It gets pretty crazy. Yeah, and I can't wait to have the fans back in there.
You'll finally meet some of the hardcore fans, and you certainly will. And there's some good characters there for sure.
Yeah,
absolutely. Well, this has been great. This has been excellent. Exactly what we wanted. Thanks, Paul, as well for obviously doing the research, calling your mom and getting all the juicy details.
I'm gonna have to call her after this and talk to her about.
She knows the phone call's coming.
Yeah.
It was only because, you know what, she comments on everything that we post, and I love it, and I absolutely love that. So I thought
we'll have to give her a shout out at the next game.
Yeah, for sure. My mom's always been my number one supporter. She's always been there, no matter what.
Yeah, that's brilliant. I love that.
Well, Mr. Chris Porter Bunton, thanks very much for coming on.
Thank y'all for having me.
So there we are. Make sure you listen or tune in again next week. We've got a couple lined up for you. We're going to get Denzel Ubiaro on the show and Ashley Hamilton as well. Separately, of course. 2 separate shows for you. So look out for those. They will be coming up very soon. Until then, take it easy and we'll speak to you soon.